Good evening, everyone. This is me, Triyasha Roy, a second year undergrad student from NIT Agartala. Here we are, with our second session with the new exciting technology again. The next tech evening is here with you again to have the best and the most informative talk, which you all are waiting for. As you all know, we are moving with our initiatives towards the improvisation of the digital education to guide students who are quite interested in technologies. And hence, Techie Talks is drawing its bread with another new trending technology this time, and that is app development. So excited to get into this session. Aren't you curious to know? Interested in starting a journey in app development, but could not find a way? Confused about the suitable software or any such guide path? Stuck with many questions and facing the static problem? Relax, guys. To help you, we are here with our second session on app development to answer such questions. Today, we have a competent app developer, Mr. Ayush Gupta, currently pursuing his third year B.Tech at SRM University and had completed his internship at Coding Ninjas, a Java and Kotlin enthusiast. He is also excelling in graphic designing and is very proficient in data structures too. Let's delve into the session to know more from the one who's ascending the steep. Let me invite Mr. Ayush Gupta onto the screen, inject all his knowledge, and inspire us with his journey of success. Good evening, sir. It's such an honor to listen to you on this beautiful evening. Many students are waiting to learn and explore much in app development from this session. Sir, can you please introduce yourself to our audience?
Hello guys, I am Ayush Kumar Gupta. Currently, I am a B.Tech third year student from SRM University. My branch is Electronics and Communication Engineering. Till now, I have done one internship at Future Ready Talent and currently doing an internship with High Radius. I've developed many apps in Kotlin and I'm here to help you all regarding all your doubts in app development.
It's so interesting to listen to you, sir. Sir, may I ask you, how did you decide to choose app development?
When I was in my first or second year, all my friends were doing web development. So I always wanted to stand out of the crowd. So my seniors said that it is a booming market of Android developers, and in my when I was always also taking part in hackathons, all they all wanted app developers, and also I wanted to add some cool projects which I wanted to show off in front of my friends. So I chose app development over web.
That was such an inspirational journey, sir. I guess the session just turned out livelier after talking to you. And for sure that many people would get inspired by this. I'm sure that students will be learning a lot from you today through this session. So, sir, let's dive deeper into the session. Many questions are awaiting for you. Shall we start? Okay. So, the first question for you is, why should one learn Android app development? Okay. So since there is some technical glitch, we are really sorry for the inconvenience. Our guest will be joining us shortly.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, sir, you're audible. Uh,
Yeah,
so, sir, I will start with my questions now. So, the
yeah,
first
sure.
question for you is why should one learn Android app development?
I think one should learn Android app development because of the open source technology Android development has. It has a huge market share in comparison to iOS development. It has a numerous jobs in the market, and we also have the freedom to make anything. It is very easy to learn. We also have various online resources in the internet, and also gives a great boost to your CV by making great projects.
Thank you, sir. That was very helpful. How would you describe a role of an app developer?
Basically, a role of an app developer is to create various apps based on our clients or our project needs. The main responsibility also is to create, we have to see of the responsiveness and the quality of our app, and we also have to take care of that.
Thank you so much, sir. Moving on to our next question. What are the pros and cons of Android development over web development?
Pros of Android development is that it is very smoothly compatible with all devices. Then it is backed up by Google, and it is simpler and easy to learn, and it takes less time to understand. One con of Android development is that it has some security issues, like someone can make a virus and make it as an app, which can leak our data, and so it is a very serious issue. That is a con of app development.
Okay, thank you, sir. Moving on to our next question. What are the prerequisites to get started with Android development?
The prerequisites of starting with Android development is that one should know basic data structures and algorithms. Their OOPS concept should be clear. You should also know a little bit about DBMS. And one major prerequisite is that one should know how to Google stuff using Stack Overflow, and you should know how to debug your own error and think about it.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Moving on to our next question. What different are Android app development and iOS app development?
The main difference is that the programming languages are different. The backend is different. In Android app development, we have Java and Kotlin, and in iOS development, we have Swift. The one more difference is the money marketing strategy of both the developments are different. In Android development, the app basically gets earnings from target audience and target ads. In iOS development, we have to make apps and sell it in app store. The audience also is quite different because approximately 85% are Android users, and iOS are 15% of the users. And also Android development, it is very easy to get approval on Play Store, which is a drawback since App Store does not give approval very so fast.
Thank you, sir. That was really informative. Moving on to our next question. What opportunities do app developers have in the present industry?
According to me, we have great opportunities because we can see that people are tending to use more mobiles uh, than laptops, and more companies are now making apps over websites. We can see one example that nowadays TV ads say that download our app now. Like we see Byju's, download our app now, Flipkart, download our app now. They rarely say visit our website. And we see that, and according to Google, there is a 24% increase in stake in from 2004 224 to 2026 of app developers.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Moving on to our next question. Which development has a better career, Android development or iOS app development?
uh, which has a better career. I think people more tend to choose Android devices because I think most of our live audience are watching our videos on YouTube, which is on Android, and so this has a so Android developers have a high market share and therefore having more scope to jobs rather than iOS.
Thank you so much, sir. Moving on to our next question. What do you think will be the biggest trends in the future of app development?
According to me, the biggest trends would be IoT, the Internet of Things, then artificial intelligence and machine learning. Machine learning, we can see facial recognition, speech recognition, then Google Assistant are in boom, and then we can also say variable Google OS and cloud services are the biggest trends in the future of app development.
Thank you so much, sir. For moving on to our next question, what challenges do beginners usually face while starting to learn app development?
Yeah, the challenges which I faced as a beginner is that we have to choose between Android or iOS or hybrid development. And if you choose Android, you have to choose which to choose to Java, you have to switch to Java or Kotlin. So to make a decision, and because the decision depends, a career depends on the decision. That is why that is a biggest challenge.
Okay. I'm sure that will be very helpful for all the beginners. Moving on to our next question. Would you suggest taking up some course online, or are there any platforms that have got free resources?
In regard to free resources, I would say that there are too many YouTube videos, and when I started Android development, I was myself confused whether to which website or which site should I learn, whose playlist should I go to. So for this, I would always say that you should go for paid rather than free. And one suggestion is that you should always go for deadline stricken online courses. Like in my course, it was like if I do not complete the my course on time, I will not get a certificate, or 50% or 60% of my marks will be cut. That's why this always also gives a feeling of pressure in the student that I have to complete the course, so that the feeling of procrastination disappears from the student.
Okay. We will keep that in mind. Moving on to our next question, could you please share any resources for beginners?
According to me, the best resource is the official documentation of Android development. You go to 1000 YouTube videos, you go through all the courses. At last, you will come to official documentation only. Till now, I'm using official documentation to get my errors fixed. Also, I would suggest a free Google Udacity course for nano degree program. It teaches from beginner to advanced, and it is a very good course. I would suggest that.
Okay. We will keep that in mind, sir. Thank you so much. Moving on to our next question, can you explain the architecture of app development?
The basic architecture of Android app development is Kotlin or Java in the backend, and XML in the front end. That's the basic architecture.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. The next question is we would like you to suggest us a roadmap to become a full stack app developer.
The full stack app developer. So in front end, we have XML layout. XML in XML, we have to make layouts of every view. So first we can make layouts like recycler view, coordinator view, relative view. Then we have to make intents. Then there is the second version, intermediate level of front end layout such as toast, fragments, recycler view. Then after that you have to go to study and study Kotlin, and then which will be the backend. And for database, you can use SQL, SQLite, MySQL. Then you should also use REST API calls to do REST API calls in your app, and also as a database, you can use Firebase. This is a roadmap I would suggest.
Thank you so much, sir. That was really informative, and I feel a lot of the students who are thinking of starting with app development will find this very helpful. Moving on to our next question, what plays a major role in app development, the front end work or the back end?
As an app developer, we don't have an option. Like we have to manage both the front end as well as back end. So we don't have an option whether we should go for front end or only back end. We have to manage both.
Okay, thank you, sir. The next question is, do we need to learn a programming language to start the development?
To start learning basic Android development, you should most importantly you should learn Java. Then you should do OOPS concept and data structures in Java, and then you should know the basics of Kotlin, which will help you to create apps.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much. The next question is, how important are data structure algorithms to an app developer? How does that help them in development?
I would say data structure is the root. Before you do, I think if you are in first year, second year, you should give ample time to data structures and algorithms. You should, before any development, you go in web development, app development, machine learning, blockchain, cloud security. You should do data structures before anything. This will boost your resume, because if you do data structures, you will do approximately 100, 200 questions in lead code, which will boost your confidence and also give you a better advantage in in interviews.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much. Moving on to our next question. What are the important languages used in app development, or which language has more demand with regards to an app developer?
I chose Android development, and in Android development, I chose Kotlin. Now, I'll tell you a story why I chose Kotlin, and I should suggest everyone to choose Kotlin over Java. So, in 1995, Java was created by Sun Microsystems because because the only OOPS language was at that time was C++. So, a very great learned man created Java, and then after a few years, Java was acquired by Sun Microsystems were acquired by Oracle. So we can say that Oracle is now the owner of Java. So fast forward 2008, Google makes Android OS forking Linux. Android development then started with in Java. Now we cannot make Android apps. It was very tedious process to make apps in the IDs which we had Java. So to solve this problem, Google made Android SDK to make apps in Java. So but Oracle did not like this idea, therefore Oracle sued Google for $9 billion. So Google said that we have to do something about it. So Google now joined hands with JetBrains, and in 2011, with the help of JetBrains, they introduced Kotlin. Then in 2019, uh, after seeing this as a great opportunity in 2019, Google announced Kotlin will be the official language for Android development. I will also tell you some reasons to prefer Java over Kotlin, because Java has many features such as null pointer exception. We can make data class, and that is we can also use type inference in Kotlin, because in Java we have to always set the variable like int var variable name 10, but in Kotlin it is user friendly, and it knows on its own which type of data it is. Like we only need to make the variable name and the string or char, anything you want, it will get on its own. It is very responsive.
Thank you, sir. That was really informative. Moving on to our next question. What are the programming languages you have learned and have been learning?
Uh, When I was in standard 8, I started learning Java when I was in standard 8 because I'm from ICC board and Java is in our syllabus. So I was in I started Java from standard 8. Then in the first semester of my college, I was introduced to C. After that, I learned Kotlin for app development, and now I'm learning Python for machine learning and data science.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. The next question is, what's your take on competitive programming versus app development?
I think you should always. I think there's not a versus between development and competitive programming because you should always keep it in a balanced way. Because right now, all the FANG companies, all the big companies take medium to hard level data structure questions in their uh, interview and shortlisting interview rounds. So we have to learn data structures and algorithms using competitive programming. So in the long run, we have to keep it in a balance. It as a hiring perspective, it is very important. It will be difficult in the starting, but it is very important. And if we get the nick of it, we can crack any interview.
I hope the students will keep that in mind. Moving on to our next question. How graphic designing was an add-on to our app development career?
Graphic designing helped me design the UI UX of my app. It helped me that because the main app, everything is in the front end. We can see and how responsive it is. It depends on how responsive the app is. Then it also helped me choose the great color palette, color themes, and wireframing of my app.
Okay. So thank you, sir. Moving on to our next question. What skills differentiate between a common or a good app developer to a great app developer? Or what skills would you suggest them to learn in order to master app development?
First of all, they should know basic data structure algorithm. Then you should have command over XML and Kotlin. Then he should know SQL databases, how the things work in the backend as well. Then he should know how to call REST APIs in his app, which will make it which will differentiate from its future. Then one of the most important skill is that he should know how to work in a deadline stricken client. Like if the client wants that he wants his app in 10 days, he should know that he should develop the app in 10 days without bugs and all testing. Also, he should have the confidence that if his app is not running, he should go to Google and seek help from the people in community. So these are the skills which are very important.
Thank you, sir. That was really helpful. The next question for you is, what is the biggest difference between developing an application for mobile and desktop?
Oh, okay. The main difference is the orientation of the screen because in laptop we have the horizontal orientation and in mobile phone we have vertical orientation. Also, with the help of our mobile functions, we can integrate our app functions. Like in mobiles, we have various functions such as we have sensor, gyroscope sensor, proximity sensor, we have front camera, back camera, but in desktop we don't have such features. We only have a webcam and a mic. So these are the key differences which differentiate.
Okay. Thank you, sir. The next question is, what is the best IDE for Android development?
The best ID is for according to me and according to any Android developer will be Android Studio. No one can beat Android Studio right now because it is backed by Google and it has many documentation inside itself also, which helps in Android development.
Thank you, sir, for your answer. The next question is, what is Google Firebase?
So Google Firebase is a real-time database like MongoDB. It works offline and it is the main backend of the app. I mean, the backend where we store all our data. It is like MongoDB. We can say it's in par at MongoDB, and most of our app developers use Firebase.
Okay, so that was really informative. Moving on to our next question, how different is Swift from Kotlin?
Actually, Swift is for iOS development and Kotlin is for Android development. So this is the key difference between Swift and Kotlin.
Okay, thank you, sir. The next question is, which one do you prefer for Android app development, Kotlin or Flutter?
Flutter is basically a, hybrid app development. It is hybrid app. It with the help of that we can make hybrid apps for means one code will run for iOS also and one code the same code will run for Android also. And because Flutter when we make apps on Flutter as the size of app is big and sometimes it's not so quite responsive. So I chose native app development, which is Kotlin, because it is fast and it is small. If you want to do freelancing, then Flutter is good. But if you want to land in great jobs, then you should go for native app development, and I chose Kotlin for that.
Okay, sir, that was really helpful. Moving on to our next question, how important is Git and GitHub in developers' life? Which is better?
GitHub is very important in any developer's life, whether it's app or web, because if a client wants to show, if your client wants asks you what have you developed in your career, then you can show all your apps and all your belongings in the web in the Git. You can push all your data in your Git, and he can show and he can give you the desired output.
That was really informative. Thank you, sir. Moving on to our last question, what are the things that are to be included in a resume of an app developer to make it stand out in an interview from the point of view of a fresher or beginner?
Okay, that's a very nice question. I think you should, as a fresher, you should have 2 to 3 great apps. Like you should have great apps and great projects. Like you should have clones of big apps such as Zomato. You should have clones of Zomato and Uber or Facebook. You should make clones of that, and you should learn how these work. Then, with the help of REST API, you can call APIs and you can create weather apps, cricket live score apps such as a CrickBuzz, and also, if possible, you should also do open source contribution, which will and if you put these in your resume, you'll always stand out of the crowd.
Thank you, sir, for having such an informative discussion and clearing all the queries. Before we take up any live chat questions further, let's check whether you guys can answer a quiz which is coming up.
Good evening, everyone. This is Neha from NIT Allahabad. Okay, guys, it's high time. We travel towards the steps of knowledge on technology. Here we are with a new concept of connecting a surprise quiz administration to build up the basic knowledge on app development. The one who answers the fastest and the right one would be displayed on the screen and will be announced on live. All the best, everyone. And here we go with the first question on the screen, please. Yeah, we are with the first question. Android app browser is based on option A Chrome, option B open source WebKit, option C Safari, option D Firefox. Question will be displayed 30 seconds. Hit your answers on the chat box and get your name announced on live. Hurry up, guys. Yes, here we are. Good, that's good, Shruti Kumari Mishra. Yeah, correct. The correct option is open source WebKit. Okay. Can we have a second question on the screen, please? Which programming language is used for Android app development? Option A, Node.js. Option B, PHP. Option C, JSX. Option D, Java. That's great. Yes, Jaideep, you are correct. The correct option is Java. Can we have a third question on the screen, please? What does API stands for? Option A, application programming interface. Option B, algorithm protocol interface. Option C, accelerated programming interface. Option D, none of the above. Yes, Bipal, that's correct answer. Correct option is application programming interface. Next question, please. What is the latest version of Android? Option A, Android 8. Option B, Android 9. Option C, Android 10. Option D, Android 11. Remember that time limit is 30 seconds. Yes, Sarika, it's correct answer. It's correct option is Android 11. Bipal answered correct. Can we go for the question number 5? Yes. Which media format is not supported by Android? Option A, MP4. Option B, AVI. Option C, MIDI. Option D, MPEG. Jyotish Reddy is correct. Option B, AVI. That's it. That's it for the. Yes. Okay, viewers, that's it for today. Hope you all learned something new. Now begins the Q&A round. The wait is over. Post all your questions on the live chat.
I feel that the live comment section is so tired to store such huge questions from the crowd. Okay, sir, shall we start taking out their questions from the live chat?
Yeah, sure. Even I am very excited.
Okay. So, can we start with the first question? So, the first question is, sir, is React Native a popular choice for Android development?
React Native is basically a hybrid app development kit. So it is a great choice for hybrid app development because it is backed by Google and it is backed by Facebook and Instagram is also written in React Native. So it is a very good choice.
Okay, thank you, sir. I hope Ajay has cleared his doubt. Moving on to our next question, we have it from Gayatri. Okay, we have it from Jyotish Reddy. Which programming language one should learn during his whole B.Tech career?
Whole B.Tech career, I would say that there should be a roadmap which you should learn. First, you should learn C, then Java. Then, if you want to do blockchain, then you should learn Python. You should learn for web development. You should know there's mean stack, Mern stack, Maven stack. Then for app development, there's Kotlin, Java, and Flutter, Dart. Then in AIML, you have to learn Python. And after that, if you are when your placements come, then you have to learn DBMS, OS, and networking also. And last, if before interview, you should go and do some competitive programming, which will help you getting interviews.
Thank you so much, sir. We will move on to the next question, which is by Gayatri. What are the important components of Android?
The main important components of Android are some activities, services, intents, widgets, and notifications. Those are the most important components in Android.
Okay. Thank you, sir. We have our next question by the Dattatreya, which is the best language to write server-side code?
Uh, According to me, there are two best languages to write server-side code. One is Python because it has the number of libraries are infinite in Python and it is very easy. The framework is Flask, which we use in Python, and the second one is Node.js because it's increasing very fast. Uh, and these are the two best languages to write in server-side code. There's some more that PHP is also a great language, but I prefer Python and Node.js.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much for your answer. We have our next question by Nikhil. What are the different data storage options available on the Android platform?
There are various different storages which are available. One is shared preferences, which gets stored in the Android app, Android mobile phone. Then the internal storage of the app. Then we can use SQL database also. SQLite we can use for data storage options available in the Android app platforms.
Okay, thank you, sir. Can we have our next question? Okay, we have our next question from Sushmita. Which is the best cloud service for mobile apps?
The best cloud service which I use and many of our app developers, the big app developers I use is AWS. Also, Netflix also uses AWS and Amazon uses AWS, Amazon Web Services. It is the best cloud source because till 5,500K downloads, it is free, and after that it charges money. So it is a it is very helpful for beginners who want to start their careers as app developers.
Okay, sir. I hope our doubt is clear. Can we have the next question? It's from Biplab Sarkar. Can you tell about the policies of Play Store regarding uploading apps there?
I think they are not so great policies because the Play Store we have to only give us mere amount of $25, and then you have to in the app we have to get a certificate. You have to get a certificate of that and a registration key, and after that you can make any app in Play Store. And you have to make apps and then you can publish them in the Play Store.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Can we have our next question? Okay, so the question is from Sai Priya. Could you give some suggestions for students who are in their current third year or final year and are planning to opt their career in app development?
If you're in third year or final year, you should not. You can plan to get a career in app development. So you should start. You should have data structures. And first, you should start doing data structure and algorithm first, and then complete approximately 50 to 100 questions in Lead Code or CodeChef, any of the Hacker and Geek for Geeks. After that, you can start. First, you should go for uh, after completing data structure algorithm, you should learn Kotlin, and then you should take any course from Udemy or anywhere, and then you should start and you should create 10 apps regarding 10 apps in your course only. There would be 10 to 12 apps. You should make these apps. After that, you should go and do apps with of your own and not in outside the course go and do some apps.
Okay. Thank you. That was really helpful for the ones also in the third and the fourth year. Okay, so we have a question from Sarika. How is app development or web development a better career choice?
I have answered this question first. I would say web development because approximately 50%, the market of web developer you can say is very high, and the app developer market is low. I mean, if you find 100 people, approximately 70 to 80 programmers would be web developers, and app developers are quite low. But the boom of app development is booming, like is very fast. That's why I chose app development. But web development is also a good career, and you can learn too much, very much from web development as well.
Thank you so much, sir, for the answer. Can we have a next question? It's by Kesav, and his question is, how do you find memory leaks in the mobile app on the Android platform?
According to me, I use in my Android OS, I use Leak Canary. It is made by Square. It is very easy. You just need to add a dependency in the build Gradle in the app, and then it will give you the notification. You can also use Infer, which is made by Facebook. It is also good, but Leak Canary is very popular.
Okay, sir. Thank you. We have our next question from Anurag Gupta. Which language is best for app development?
According to me, the best language for me is because I am doing Kotlin. The best language for app development is uh, Kotlin, because you can see that most of the companies are now shifting from Java to Kotlin, and also it is very user friendly. Anyone can understand user app development. Even uh, commerce background or arts background can understand app development very fast in Kotlin. That's why I think you should go for Kotlin. You can also go for Flutter if you want to go for hybrid app development.
Okay, that was really helpful, sir. The next question is from Sabela, and the question is, sir, what are the best suggestions you would like to give to the first year students in order to get a good job?
I did very. It is a very good question. From first year, if you want to, first you should go and explore how you should be in the college. So you should explore new people. You should meet new people and connect. You should make friends. Then after that, you should then the first year, second semester. Then you should go and learn some data structures in Java, C++, or Python if you want. Anyone you can choose. If you want to go for app development, you should choose Java. I would prefer. I would say. Otherwise, Python or C++. Then you should I said you should complete. If you are in first year, then you should complete 300 to 400 questions in lead code. Then after that, there are 3 to 4. You have opportunities because you have time. So there is web development, app development. Then you have blockchain. Blockchain is booming. Then cloud computing is there. Then ethical hacking is there. These are 5. If you want to choose any one of them, you can go. Then, but after that, if you choose web development, app development, you should create 3 to 4 apps in web app. After that, if you have time, then you should also contribute to open source. In your second year, there would be GSOC. You should go and apply for GSOC, and if you get the internship, that would be quite great. And you can also get 1 to 2 crore jobs in any college. If you're third tier, second tier college, it doesn't matter. If you get GSOC, it's very great. Then if then in third year you will be, or your core subjects will be in third year. So you should give also time to your core subjects as well. If you are in EC, Triple E, then it will be very difficult to cope up with studies also. So I would say keep doing data structures and keep on, because according to me, if you don't keep on doing data structures, you will forget. It happened to me and I have the experience. That's why it is very important. Then if you have time, you should also learn AI ML, because most of the companies which come require you to do AI ML. The current internship which I'm doing, I have to do ML data sets. I'm working on data sets in ML only. Then in the third year, last semester, you will go for there are subjects like DBMS, CN, OS. 3 to 4 subjects only. You have to study those. Then third year till the third year, eighth, seventh, sixth semester. Till third year, sixth semester, companies will start coming. You should then you should start doing competitive programming. You should complete at least 600 questions. You should have completed, and then you will land in a great job. You can also search for YouTube, but there are so many people who keep on saying that this roadmap. So I would say that you should always think what is great for you and think about yourself, and then apply for your jobs.
Okay, thank you, sir. That was really helpful and informative. Moving on to our next question, it is by Sushmita. Can AI have a negative impact on the careers of app developers in the present or future?
Uh, I think AI can eat almost any job in the near future. It can eat your app, your job, it can eat my job. But I think you should work in the present and don't think of the future, because we don't know what the future is all about. So you should always work in the present and keep on working hard, so that if you want to become an app developer, it doesn't care. You should think of your present and keep working hard.
Okay. Thank you, sir. That was a great answer. Moving on to our next question, it is by Sneha. Do you still advise people to learn backend in Java, or is it outdated?
I won't say it is outdated now, but in the next 5 to 6 years, I think it will get outdated, because Kotlin is a new successor to Java. It is like son to Java. So I think most of the apps are now shifting to Kotlin. That is why I think it can become outdated after a few 5 to 6 years.
Okay. Thank you, sir. We have our next question by Bhartendu. And his question is, could you please share with us some resources to reach out for graphic designing?
Actually, I left out graphic designing in second year, so I can't answer this question.
Okay, sir, no problem. We have our next question by Charita. What will be the first step to start app development?
The first step to start app development is to first make your mind whether I should do iOS or Android or hybrid. If you have made up your mind that I would do iOS, or I would do Android or hybrid, then you should go and find your seniors and ask them which one is good. They will tell you which one you should go for. Then if you want, then you should go in the Google, then you should go in the official documentation of that language and learn it, and try to make at least 1 to 2 apps. After that, you will gain confidence, and you should take up courses or you watch YouTube playlists, and then you should start app development, and then you will get in the boom of great careers.
Okay. Thank you, sir. We have our next question by Jyotish, and the question is how to get good ideas regarding projects on programming languages.
Good ideas. You can Google it. Which idea? I mean, first of all, in like in web development, you can make many websites such as Zomato, or Zomato clone, or you can make a Spotify clone. Then you can make projects in such fields, and after making 3 to 4 projects, you will understand you will get the nick of it, and then you will make your projects on your own. And then you can also go for open source project, open source contribution, and then there are many contributors. You will connect to them. They will teach you how to go about the projects in such coding languages.
Okay, so thank you for the answer. Can we have the next question? Okay, it's by Bhartendu. Do we need a really good laptop to get started with Android development?
Not a really good laptop, but a laptop with 8 GB RAM would be good. And if it has SSD, then it is cherry on the cake. So an 8 GB RAM of laptop would do great for Android development.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much. We have our next question by Sushmita, and her question is how much does it cost for developing an app?
It is absolutely free to develop any app, but if you get cross approximately 600,000 downloads, 700K downloads in App Play Store, then you have to pay approximately, the price would be it will be according to the cloud services, but if you cross 700K downloads, you will earn more than you pay. That's why there would be no cost of developing an app.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much for answering the question. Now we have the next question. Okay, so the question is from Harshita, and her question is, so what is APK extension in Android?
APK, the full form of APK is Android application package. So in Windows, we have .exe type files. All the files that we use in Windows are .exe. Like that, Android is also an operating system, and the file extension is .apk. So when we write all the code in Android Studio or Eclipse, you have to all convert it in a single file so that we can upload it in Play Store. So that file is .apk.
Thank you so much, sir. Can we have the next question? Okay, the question is by Tejas. Is Android app development in Java relevant anymore?
I've answered this question. If you want to start Java development, it's not start in Android development and Java. If you are starting, then you should directly skip to Kotlin. But if you have already started in Java, you should switch to Kotlin. It is easy. It will take time at approximately 1 month, 2 months to learn Kotlin. It is very easy, and then you will. It will be very easy for you to switch from Kotlin to Java, Java to Kotlin. Sorry.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. We will now take the last question. Okay, so it's by Abhinav. What language should I learn to code in Xamarin?
Xamarin is a different OS. I don't know about Xamarin OS. I'm sorry.
Okay, no problem, sir. Okay, we have a last question by Hemant, and it is, what are the challenges you face in your development career?
Challenges is that we get many errors when you are the main motive is that we should always have confidence in ourselves and strong beliefs in ourselves that when an app does not run in our first go, third go, second go, third, fourth, fifth, it will not run in the first go. So you should not give up. And if you want to become, you can also earn money after if you start development very in a early stages, then you can also earn. I've seen a YouTube video that one person is earning approximately 1 to 2 crores in app development. So the challenges are good, and you should keep yourself motivated.
Okay, that's it with all the questions, sir. Thank you so much for answering all the questions. So, with this, we have reached the end of today's session, sir. So, I would like to know how you feel after attending our event and interacting with us.
Uh, First of all, thank you. I would like to thank Pladex for this wonderful opportunity. Also, I was very pleased. I would also clearing the doubts of all my viewers. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you.
It's a great moment for everyone who has been watching this session since they got to learn a lot from you. I heartily thank you again for accepting to be with us today and spending hours from your watch. And best wishes for your future. This would be a memorable experience for us too. Thank you so much, sir. That's it for the evening, viewers. If you're excited, hit an exclamatory. And if you're expecting more, have a comma. But definitely, this would not be a full stop. Many such sessions are coming up. Until then, stay tuned. This is me, Triyasha Roy, signing off. Thank you and have a great day.